Hey friends, it's Dimitri with Rubashka Studio. I am here in my office this morning working, and I wanted to make a video about a problem and kind of show you guys how I do a problem analysis so I can avoid issues in the future. So I'll show you that right now. Alrighty, so here are some shirts I picked up yesterday. We got forest green, black t-shirt, and then a black lawn sleeve. I have to send some of these. I already packaged a lot of them, but these are the remaining ones. So here's the problem. This is the wrong color that I ordered. These are supposed to be charcoal gray. So when I opened the box the other day, I'm like, oh shoot, this is bad because I did a pre-order. And I'm not a fan of pre-orders, but sometimes we can't get inventory in right away, or there's a delay, especially right now with the supply chain issues. So that's what I have to do. Sometimes you have to wait a couple days or a week to get stuff in, and sometimes we get stuff earlier. So I wrote on the whiteboard why this happened, and I'm gonna explain it to you guys. I had to write all of this out because I don't think I'd be able to think about all of this through while I'm making a video like I normally do in front of the whiteboard. And also I have a spec sheet here and then the emails right here with some information blocked out. But anyways, so here's what happened. So we were going to use a brown shirt right here for the original design. That's what I wanted. And then I also wrote use for screen shirts if that stock is unavailable. The reason why I wrote that is because the brown shirts for this kind of blank are kind of hard to get. They're always out of stock. And you know, the forest green is something that I thought would look good as a backup. So initially I made a problem. These two colors, these two images, they're supposed to be flipped. So that was the first confusion. The second confusion was this caveat here. So in the email, my guy, he said they're low on the brown and the forest green shirts. So I was like, okay, let's use charcoal gray instead. And then I clarified this confusion here. The images had to be switched. So I was like, okay, that's clarified. And also you can order the black shirts and the charcoal shirts. And then he wrote, yep, I noticed I ordered the correct shirts. So what does that mean? Correct shirts, that does not tell me which shirts are exactly, or which shirts he exactly ordered. So here's what happened. So on the spec sheet, like I said, we have the brown shirt, then I went to the charcoal shirt, then I went to the forest green shirt. This is what happened. So why did this problem happen? There was an error on the spec sheet. That was my fault first. That added a layer of confusion for it. Like I said, the images were switched. Then there was 3 colors involved in this whole problem. So let's just say, for example, I ordered the black shirt like on the spec sheet, and then I ordered a charcoal shirt. Those are 2 colors that were both in stock, and that would have been ordered like normally. But what happened was I had an original color, then I had a backup color listed on there as well. But then he said there wasn't those 2 colors, so I said, okay, let's use charcoal. But I guess he did find some stock of the forest green and ordered that originally. So I originally wanted this as a backup, and this was fine. But I listed all this stuff on my website, and I'll show you that there already because it was a pre-order. So people bought this shirt. They thought they were getting this shirt, but this is the actual shirt that came in. And I would say that this right here, the first error, is my fault. The 3 colors is kind of no one's fault because we were talking back and forth between that, so it's both our faults. And then nowhere in confirmation, the ambiguity. So when he said I ordered the correct shirts, that was more likely on him because he didn't confirm with me which ones he ordered. If he did order 4 screen ones and confirm with me on the spot, I would say, okay, that's fine. And then I would list them on my website as 4 screen instead of charcoal. So here's the problem, the downstream effects of this issue. So what happened was when we got these yesterday, I was supposed to pack them and ship them out, but I couldn't because they're not charcoal gray and people order charcoal gray ones. Luckily, there wasn't too many orders of the charcoal gray because what I usually do is the main t-shirt is usually black or white because those are most popular colors to sell and that's the ones people want the most. And then I usually do some sort of different kind of color like brown, tan, navy blue, green. So there's less inventory of these and less orders of those. But here's the downstream effect of that. So I had to email the customers, and we're going kind of back and forth, at least 2 or 3 emails with that. Then we have to adjust the order. So that means when I'm fulfilling the order, I have to, change out the shirt on the order and put the new one in. Then I have to adjust the product listing and, change the images, change the text on this. Then adjust the inventory, because now I have inventory of this and I don't have inventory of a charcoal shirt that doesn't exist. And also, some people wanted a replacement. They just said, oh, can I get the black one? So I have to adjust that, obviously, and add that in. Another thing that happens is like you need new photos or new mock-ups. Since it was a pre-order, I just made a gray mock-up, which looked pretty good. But now that we got the real ones in, I'm gonna have to take new photos of that. So there's just a laundry list of wasted time from one problem, and there's a few more things here I probably didn't add in here, but that's an example of how much waste is in a problem and why you want to avoid it. So the solution, the avoidance of the problem. The first one is over communicate on your emails. I have stressed this before in a video, and I actually did it right here. I wrote, so it would be good to have 55 of the black shirts and 20 of the charcoal shirts. So I reiterated the colors. I didn't just say, oh, just order this and this and this. And then you want a written confirmation from the person you're emailing, your supplier or whatever. Make sure that they are clearly stating what they're going to order, colors and whatnot. What I should have done, and maybe I'm going to do this now, is just send a new spec sheet. So if we decided that we're going to use a different shirt, I should have made a new one of these and just switch the colors and the text right here. That would have made it more clear. And also what that does is that it makes it so if there's a problem, it's more on their side than your side. And then inspect the email. So what this means is I should have inspected the email before I sent it out, because like I said, I had this issue here and that created confusion. So this is just a short video showing how to mitigate problems. I actually do this sort of exercise for problems a few times a week when they pop up in my business. It's going to happen to anyone. So you make sure that you do that, because problems is what's really going to kill your business. You want to avoid them, and you want to make sure that you are on top of stuff like this. I've seen many people where they are running a business and they are just overwhelmed with stuff because all of this stuff is going on in the background and they don't know why, because they're not doing an analysis of their issues. So I hope you guys like this video, and leave me comments down below if you got any value out of it, and I'll catch you later. Thanks.